Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a very quick video that I'm hoping will be super informative for you guys that are maybe considering picking up some key pieces from Pat McGrath's holiday collection. So I was inspired to film this video by my friends, and I hope that I can help answer some questions for you guys because I have quite a large stack of Pat McGrath palettes. I have quite the collection, so I thought this might be helpful for you guys if you are planning on shopping the Celestial Divinity collection, so just keep watching. Okay guys, so this palette might be the first palette that I have ever seen where people are like, what the heck? Like, why is this palette only $78? Like, I'm actually in shock that I'm still hearing people saying that. I was trying to guess how much the palette was gonna be, and my guess was around $195 or so, like close to $200, because her quads, which are this size, are $65, and the first time we saw these were last year's holiday. So I bought 2 of the 3 quads that launched last year. My other one is on loan to a friend, so I don't have that one with me, but this is the only quad I have. So I'm assuming the quads will still be $65 this year. And from what I can tell from the photos, I'll try and insert some pictures, those quads look like they contain her special shadows, because I can tell like that blue, that pink, and that purpley color in the pink packaging one, all of those look like they are special shades. It looks like there's a matte or 2 in each of them. The blue one seems to have 1 matte and 3 shimmers. So I'm guessing 2 of those shimmers are metallics, and then the blue shade is a special shade. So she kind of mixes and matches things in the quads, but I'm also guessing they are her usual eyeshadow pan palette size. Now, things have been changing a little bit with Pat McGrath here and there. If you saw my Rose Decadence, which was her last 6-pan eyeshadow palette that launched, I did pick up some of the lippies in that collection, and those lippies, there was a little bit of a change. It looks like they were half the product from her usual bullets. So this is her old packaging, and these contain about 4 grams of product, and they retail usually for $38. And the ones that I picked up, that particular formula, it was 2 grams of product for $36. So that was a little bit shocking. So I'm not sure if this holiday collection is where we're going to see a lot of changes happening with the brand. Maybe she's trying to go the Natasha Denona route and create more affordable palettes so more people can experience it. It's not the first time we're seeing affordable palettes from her, because she did her sample size, and then she's also done the quads, and she's done these cardboard packaging type palettes as well. So she is kind of experimenting here and there. I've never experienced a change as far as where the makeup is produced. I know people say Huda Beauty is a good example. Her larger palettes are made in Italy, and then her smaller Obsession palettes are made in China. And that's one brand where you noticeably see a difference in quality depending on where the products are made. So there's a lot of speculation going around that the $78 palette could be made in another country. Personally, I can't imagine her doing that, because I think in the long run, it'll cost the brand more in customers if there is a reduction in quality. Because the reason people like me, people like you pay high prices for Pat McGrath is because she has a stellar reputation as far as her makeup being good quality. So when I experienced a change in lipsticks, I was a little bit taken aback, but no big deal. I just decided for myself, I have enough lip products to last me a lifetime, so I'm not really interested in any of her lip products anyway. There are some really cute like rainbow packaging lipsticks, I must say. Those are really cute, but I'm gonna focus on eyeshadow palettes. So I feel like a majority of the kind of hearsay stuff I've addressed. The other thing is more speculation on why the palette is only $78. My best guess is the pan sizes are going to be significantly smaller than her regular palette size pans. So this is the Divine Rose one. This is my least favorite Pat McGrath palette, and this is her palettes. These are the Eye Ecstasy, Subversive, and then there's another one too in this clear packaging. These pans are significantly smaller than her $129 palette. So I'm assuming that the $78 palette will also have pans this big, which I don't think is a problem, because when was the last time anyone went through an eyeshadow palette? I know there's people out there that pan palettes, that pan Pat McGrath palettes. I'm not one of those people, so if I can get a smaller size pan for less money, totally makes sense to me. So just want to mention that. And then the other thing that I was also speculating on is that the big $78 palette does not have her special formula. Now the quads definitely look like they at least contain one special formula. The big one, from what I can tell, does not contain any of her special shades. So if you look at this one, I'm gonna hope it focuses. These special shades have a different texture to her metallics. They're mostly a duochrome shade, and they just are, I don't know, they're just different. You'll have to go look. I have older videos where I swatch all my Pat McGrath palettes, and I've done all kinds of videos on the palettes. So if you're interested, definitely go ahead and watch my Pat McGrath playlist. But these special shades, they're, as the name suggests, they're very special. They're not just regular old shades. So even in the Divine Rose, which is the most boring palette in my opinion, there's this very flaky, textured, like champagne color, and they're just very kind of different from a metallic, like a regular basic metallic shade. Okay, and then in her recent 10 pan palette, this one, she also included a multi-chrome, which so many of you got really excited about. It was the first multi-chrome really we had seen in a mainstream palette, and this is VR Extraterrestrial. It's such a beautiful color with that beautiful multi-chrome shift, and I'm very sure this new $78 palette is not going to include that, but there is a swatch of VR Sextraterrestrial. I don't even know how to say it, but it's a gorgeous like pink to gold to green flip shadow. So if you want to try the best of the best Pat McGrath, I would honestly just go for one of the 125 palettes. You can also get these on sale. Of course, it's not going to be the newest palette, but for most of you, it's not really about having the newest palette. I think it's more about trying the best of the best, and this one by far has the most variety. I don't think you can get the limited edition pink packaging anymore, but this palette is good. So yeah, this is the first of the Divine Rose collection. Not my favorite palette. And then this is her Sublime, which you guys have seen before. This is one of the first three that launched. This is the more cool tone one. Has these two beautiful special shades that are beautiful duochromes. Midnight Sun is a beautiful one if you want a more everyday, but it also has these beautiful special shades in it. As you can see, there's just so much texture in these palettes. So they're like almost like flaking. They're like flakies. This one is Subversive. Again, it has those beautiful special shades in the corner here. The one blue almost looks like this one, you know, in the quad that has the blue. It almost looks like it could be something similar to this. It's beautiful stormy blue color with like a huge purple shift. And then I have Bronze Seduction. This is one of my favorites as well. This is probably my second favorite. Has two of those gorgeous flaky shades. These work so well with glitter glues, so don't be intimidated by me saying the word flakies. Just use a good glitter glue and you should be fine. This is Decadence. This is the one that is limited edition, and she keeps bringing it in and out of stock, and these are all her metallics, and you can get basically almost all the shades, all the fun shades in here for $14 right now if you buy this palette. All 4 shades in here except the purple are from this Decadence palette, so save yourself a bunch of money if you're not a huge Pat McGrath collector or a fan. Just get this one because it's currently on sale, I think, on Sephora for $14. Okay, and here's Sublime. This is also one of the first palettes that was ever launched. Again, we've got those beautiful special shades in here. Ooh, that one shade swatched so nicely. So what I'm trying to do is not discourage you guys from trying her stuff. I think that either you can decide like, hey, do I want to try the special shades? Should I go for that $125 price point? Should I try the $78 price point? Or should I try something that already exists in her collection? So hopefully this is kind of helping you guys answer some of those questions. And then I just want to show you guys the holiday collection from, this would be 2018. She launched these 6-pan palettes. Now she's not doing these this year, but again, I wonder if some of these shades will be appearing in the new palette, the Celestial Divinity palette. Probably not the exact same, but you never know, it could be really close. So this is the one that's the all shimmer. I don't know the names of these, by the way. Then this one was my favorite. It had a really beautiful duochrome in it. This red brown shade is stunning. And then this was my second favorite palette from holiday 2018 because again, it had this beautiful duochrome blue purple shade. Let's swatch it next to the other one. They're very close, but not exactly the same. So I bet that one in the quad will also be very close, but not exactly the same. Okay, so then I have these two palettes. So this was her Chinese New Year palette from 2020. And honestly, this was a regret. It's not a bad palette. It's just kind of a snooze fest for me. Not something I needed in my life. And then this one is her last 6-pan that I was talking about earlier. Again, just kind of a snooze fest, so kind of wish I hadn't bought this one either. And then these are the boxes that her quads came in last year. So if I had to guess, her packaging is just going to be different print, but same style, just looking at the outside from the holiday last year. And then this is the packaging of the quads. I only have Ritualistic Rose with me, so just want to show you that. And then last but certainly not least, the Star Wars collection. I do have both of the eyeshadow palettes. I know these ones were quite hard to find when they launched, and I was so excited to get my hands on them because my husband is a huge Star Wars fan, and I thought this was the perfect marrying of my love for makeup and his love for all things Star Wars. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these two palettes and show you guys what two of the rows are going to look like in the upcoming palette. Okay guys, so the reason I decided to do this swatch party is because I haven't decided if I'm going to buy the $78 palette. So far, I think just for the sake of having it, I'm probably going to get it. But it's so funny because I was telling my friends this and they're like, Karen, why would you buy that palette if you already have two of the rows? And I'm like, I don't know, let me go get it. And then I went and picked them up and started swatching them. And then Heather Austin's like, Karen, film this. It's helpful. She's like, you're helping me decide if I should buy it or not. And I'm like, okay, I'll go film it. So funny. So here are the first 5 shades. This is the Galactic Gold palette. I will show you on the screen which row this is in the upcoming Celestial Divinity palette, but let me go ahead and swatch. These are really pretty. I haven't used them obviously since I did my Star Wars video, but there's some beautiful duochromes in here. And here is the last shade. It's a beautiful metallic yellow. And here are the swatches of the row from Galactic Gold. These are gorgeous. I think the standout shades for me are this purple because it's like a blackened purple with a lot of shimmer. This brown, which has like a beautiful duochrome, and then the last shade is this purpley blue shade is beautiful too. And of course her golds, because who doesn't love those? And then this is the other palette, and this has one matte shade in here, and this is the Dark Galaxy palette. They are so metallic and buttery. So now I'm gonna point on the screen which row this is. Oh gosh, that red. I'm gonna keep this out and use it. And then this is the last shade. It's like a beautiful bronze shade. So there is the other palette. So these are the 2 rows that we already know are gonna be in the Celestial Divinity palette. So guys, I hope you found the swatches useful. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Just to summarize some of the positives, I think it's great that it's affordable. I think it's going to be a great way for you guys to try the palettes. If you're wanting the special shades, you might want to reconsider picking up the $78 palette. Maybe go for the quads. If you want something big and you want to experience the Pat McGrath vibe for a little bit less money, then maybe you should go for the Celestial Divinity palette. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I had in my collection. Overall, if any of you are just wanting to try Pat McGrath and you don't want to spend hardly any money, I would highly recommend picking up these little guys. I literally saw them on sale for $14. I can't imagine them being any cheaper. I bought them on sale too, I think this year, because I was like, okay, I can't pass up that price. And these are great for taking traveling, because if they break, like, am I gonna cry about it? Absolutely not. So consider all of that. The cons for me for the $78 eyeshadow palette is that I already have 2 of the rows, and I'm still trying to decide if that middle row is worth spending that money when I could maybe put it towards something else. And now that I've swatched some of those blues too that I was swatching, I'm like, okay, how much do I really want those quads either? So I have a lot to think about. You probably have a lot to think about. If I missed anything, like I said, please ask me questions down in the comments. I'd be so happy to help you guys out, because you guys know I love Pat McGrath and I want everyone to experience it. I will also go ahead and leave an affiliate link to the Pat McGrath website down in my description box. If you guys want to help me out and shop through my link, I will make a small commission, and that just goes right back into my channel. If you don't feel comfortable using an affiliate link, don't feel any pressure to do so, but I like to leave that down there because it's a great way to support my channel without spending any of your hard-earned money. So that is it, guys. Thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying all of the holiday launches. I plan on doing as much videos and coverage of them as I can, whatever my budget permits. But oh my gosh, it's only September and we've already seen so many holiday launches, and my butt is so excited. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day and happy shopping. Bye.